Welcome to our analysis of how the 2024 U.S. presidential election might impact the real estate market. As election season heats up, the policies and priorities of the candidates are set to influence various sectors, including real estate. From changes in tax laws and economic policies to shifts in housing regulations and investment incentives, the outcome of the election could bring significant changes to the housing market and property investments. In this video, we'll explore the potential ways the 2024 election could shape real estate trends, pricing, and market dynamics. Join us as we delve into the key factors that could affect the real estate landscape in the coming years. How will the 2024 election affect real estate? So before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, also subscribe to our channel. The 2024 U.S. presidential election is poised to have a significant impact on the real estate market, shaping the sector in various ways based on the policies adopted by the winning candidate. From interest rates and tax policy to climate change regulations and foreign investment, the policies of either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump will influence real estate trends for years to come. This video will explore how the outcome of the 2024 election could alter key aspects of the real estate market and what stakeholders, homeowners, investors, and developers might expect in its aftermath. 1. Interest rates and mortgage costs. The ripple effect. One of the most direct and significant ways the 2024 election could affect real estate is through its influence on interest rates, which directly impact mortgage costs. While the Federal Reserve sets interest rates independently of the presidency, the economic policies pursued by the next president can still influence inflation and economic growth, which in turn affect the Fed's decisions. A continued focus on curbing inflation may lead to a rise in interest rates, which will make mortgages more expensive. Higher borrowing costs typically lead to reduced demand for homes, slowing down the housing market as fewer people can afford homeownership. This is particularly critical following the high inflation rates of 2022 and 2023, where the Fed raised rates to the highest levels in decades. Real estate prices, which have been soaring, could either stabilize or drop, depending on how the economy responds post-election. 2. Tax policy and its impact on real estate investment. Tax policies are pivotal in shaping the real estate market, especially for investors. The capital gains tax, tax deductions for mortgage interest, and depreciation benefits are all critical factors for both residential and commercial real estate. Donald Trump's tax policies. During his previous term, Trump signed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, TCJ, in 2017, which had considerable implications for the real estate market. The TCJ introduced a cap on state and local tax, SALT deductions, affecting homeowners in high-tax states like California and New York. This cap limited the amount homeowners could deduct on property taxes, which, combined with higher state income taxes, led to a cooling of high-end real estate markets in those states. Kamala Harris's tax approach. Harris is likely to advocate for higher taxes on wealthy individuals and investors, including reforms to the capital gains tax that could reduce the attractiveness of real estate investments for high-net-worth individuals. There has been significant debate over eliminating or reforming the 1031 exchange, a policy that allows investors to defer capital gains taxes when they reinvest in new real estate projects. A Democratic administration may also attempt to restore or expand the SALT deduction cap, which would offer relief to homeowners in high-tax states. This could potentially boost property values in those regions. 3. Affordable housing and zoning reform. The issue of affordable housing is one of the most pressing challenges facing urban areas in the United States. Rising home prices and rents have made housing increasingly unaffordable for many Americans, particularly in major metropolitan areas. Both Trump and Harris are expected to have divergent approaches to solving the housing affordability crisis. Harris's affordable housing agenda. Harris has been a vocal proponent of addressing the housing affordability crisis, advocating for federal initiatives to increase the supply of affordable housing units. As vice president, she supported the Biden administration's American Rescue Plan, which allocated billions of dollars in rental assistance and housing vouchers. Additionally, Harris has backed proposals to provide down payment assistance for first-time homebuyers, particularly for those from marginalized communities who have historically been excluded from homeownership. Trump's approach to housing supply. Trump, meanwhile, is likely to focus on deregulation and reducing bureaucratic hurdles that inhibit housing construction. During his previous term, Trump attempted to roll back the affirmatively furthering fair housing rule, a policy designed to promote fair housing practices and reduce segregation. A second Trump administration could further attempt to dismantle housing regulations that it views as restrictive to property developers. Trump's focus is likely to be on encouraging private sector solutions to housing issues rather than expanding government programs aimed at subsidizing affordable housing. 4. Climate change and its impact on real estate. As climate change increasingly affects the real estate market, especially in coastal and disaster-prone areas, the election could lead to major policy shifts that impact how and where homes are built. Harris's climate agenda. Harris has been a strong advocate for aggressive action on climate change. If elected, her administration is likely to continue the Biden administration's initiatives that focus on making buildings more energy efficient and promoting sustainable development. Policies that aim to reduce carbon emissions in real estate development, particularly in urban areas, could see an expansion, including incentives for developers to use green building materials and implement energy-efficient technologies in new homes. Additionally, as climate-related disasters such as wildfires, hurricanes, and floods become more frequent, Harris may push for stricter regulations on where homes can be built, particularly in environmentally vulnerable areas. Coastal real estate markets could be affected by rising sea levels, with new restrictions on construction in flood zones. Insurance costs for homes in high-risk areas could also rise, affecting property values in those regions. 5. Foreign investment in U.S. real estate. Foreign investment has been a significant driver in U.S. real estate markets, particularly in luxury markets like New York, Miami, and Los Angeles. The 2024 election could influence how open the U.S. remains to foreign capital. Trump's position on foreign buyers. Trump's administration had a protectionist stance when it came to foreign investment, particularly from China. His trade war with China and stricter scrutiny on foreign buyers led to a reduction in Chinese investment in U.S. real estate. If Trump is re-elected, this protectionist stance is likely to continue, with additional restrictions on foreign property buyers in high-end real estate markets. This could lead to a cooling of luxury markets that rely on international buyers. The 2024 U.S. presidential election will have far-reaching consequences for the real estate market, influencing everything from mortgage rates and tax policies to housing affordability and climate regulations. Depending on the outcome, the policies of either Donald Trump or Kamala Harris could shape the real estate sector for years to come. Home buyers, investors, and developers should closely monitor the election and its aftermath, as the decisions made in Washington will have a profound impact on housing markets across the country. Whether through changes in tax laws, shifts in interest rates, or new regulations on construction and climate change, the real estate market will be shaped by the political climate as much as by the economic one. Thank you for joining us as we explored how the 2024 election could impact the real estate market. With significant policy shifts on the horizon, the coming years could bring notable changes to property values, investment opportunities, and market trends. Staying informed about these potential impacts is crucial for making smart real estate decisions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights and updates on real estate and other key topics. Stay tuned for more in-depth analysis, and we'll see you in our next video.